My name is Sanjiv Talwar, and I grew up in India, in Bombay, and I've loved science and medicine since I was a child. My dad, he used to be a professor in the US in chemistry, and he was both an industrialist and a scientist. So it came pretty naturally to me, and then did my residency in surgery in India, and then I spent probably 10 or 13 years in academia. I've helped develop a new branch of neuroscience, let's call it that, called the brain-machine interface, through the 90s and early part of the 2000s. Yeah. The nature of scientific breakthroughs in medicine, I don't think is fully appreciated in investing in particular. I don't think, for example, there are enough of serious scientists and physicians on Wall Street. So as a student of both science and medicine as well as the stock market, the confluence of the two, for me, is a magical place. There's a lot of inefficiencies on how the stock market responds to those scientific breakthroughs. The name of the strategy is called the Alger Life Sciences Innovation strategy. The philosophy is fundamentally about scientific breakthroughs creating the most value in healthcare. The approach is to find those companies we believe that are poised to deliver major breakthroughs that are going to create transformational market value. I think the majority of science advances for the last maybe 30 plus years, since the mid-80s, has come from understanding molecular biology in a way. So the rapidly occurring breakthroughs happen to be in what we call biotech, but that spans a very big area. So that's what we tackle. It's an all-cap portfolio, but what we're looking for is identification of those R&D programs that are going to create meaningful value. So the companies tend mostly to be small, mid-cap companies, but they can also be many large-cap companies that can deliver a lot of value despite their big size. We track about 900 companies globally and establish a universe of approximately 500 small and mid-cap companies across the life science subsectors. We distill that to about 100 to 125 companies that we track very deeply, and from there we bring it down to about 50 investable companies. A lot of other things come into it too. So level of conviction clearly is one. The risk is another. Liquidity happens to be another. Leadership is important, the quality of management teams, but the core is always the same. Real science going to deliver real breakthroughs that are going to create real impact. I think the Alger Life Sciences Innovation strategy is quite different from other strategies in the public market. The degree or the depth of focus on the science and the conviction is, for me, a pretty rare element. The team has this culture of discovery that is not very different from what an academic lab might look and feel like. And the other part of it, I think, is a pretty deep understanding on how this group of companies or stocks behave in different macro environments, I think, is a unique and distinctive way that we approach the markets.